Is that just me, or can you hear that too?
Yeah, it's doing that weird slow down thing again.
Is it playing fine for you? Like slowing down. It's on a tick that's like playing bad. So maybe it's just on my side. Hang on, we'll get back to the music in a second. Hang on, kids. As you all know, that is VIP. Available outlets now. Just liking me today. I mean, it doesn't help when you have 7,000 things open at any given time on your computer. Oh, all right.
Yeah, mine, I don't know. I'm getting some weird.
Stick with us.
Yeah. Technical difficulties, but we're working through them.
Technical difficulties. We're working through it, though. We're professionals. We will rise above.
Ready? Nothing to prove, claiming things, blaming that just weren't true. You framed my crown content, no matter who you offend. No. You'd say it's the victim I play in this game. I'd say
Ready?
I give up, man. The internet is just not cooperating today.
Yeah.
So that's VIP, though. But you already know that. And Thomas Mendiola loves it. How are you doing, Phil?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you? This lovely Taproot Tuesday.
Phil, it's also Taco Tuesday, which I'm a fan of. I went to Taco Bell earlier, and I went to Taco Bell earlier, and I got a free Doritos Loco taco. They're like, it's Taco Tuesday. Do you want a free taco? I'm like, do I have to answer that? Yes.
Well, good for you.
Tacos? No one likes tacos, apparently. I'm the only fucking one, apparently. Apparently, I'm a fucking weird free taco.
None of us have heard of this Taco Tuesday you speak of.
So. What are these tacos you speak of? I don't familiar.
Man, I'm getting a lot of cutting in and out.
Sorry, I'm just looking through these comments. I know. Why is that? God, I don't. And I can't leave because we'll lose the stream. I mean, so
yeah, right.
We just got to deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. We just got to deal with it. Hopefully,
got to assume everyone can hear everything.
Yeah, can you guys hear us? Are you okay? I know I was cut it before. More windows, some more of these 700 tabs that are open on my computer. Maybe that'll help. But yeah, I really can't close out of it. Normally, I just close out of it, but since it's a scheduled stream in advance, like it's just a little more of a pain in the ass.
I'm wondering if it's not just you. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Is anyone else? Is Tom cutting out on everyone else's stream, or is it just me? Because my phone does weird stuff sometimes. If anyone can reply, is Tom cutting out when he talks, or is it just me? See what we got.
The audio cuts out less than the video. Seems manageable at the moment. Bill's speed is flat.
Yeah, it might be my. I mean, see, I think it's Tom though. I mean, again, I'm talking out. Yeah, he's cutting out a little bit. Okay, so we'll just deal with it.
It happens. We'll deal with it. I mean,
just
again,
Tom. All right, just Tom.
I mean, yeah, it happens. We'll see. Maybe it'll correct itself. I mean, it could just be an internet issue. So I run everything off of my computer at my house and my internet. So yeah, who knows, man. Let me see. Actually, you know what? And that is going to do it. Hang on 1 second. Task manager. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Bear with us. Photoshop, you're going to just end. And I bet you that's going to solve all of our problems. Yeah, my CPU is at 94 degrees. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's see if that's any better. Spotify will close YouTube. Can't close Chrome. There we go. Phil is perfect.
Thank you.
Oh God, why is this guy such a fucking idiot? Like, dude, I was so cool to this guy and responded in such a cool fucking way. Hey, Matthew Barnes, you're making yourself look like a fucking asshole. Okay, so this guy posted litigation. This guy posted a video. He took Kevin Spacey and wrote lyrics over it and sang it, which is totally fucking cool. But it said, "This is my new title for this song, Taproot featuring Matthew Barnes, presented it as some kind of official collaboration," which it was fucking not. And that's what the band took issue with. We love fans making videos. The concept was fucking great. We love fans making videos, recording songs, recording versions. It'd be like somebody recording a cover of Poem and saying, "This is my new song, Poem, that I wrote." He can't get what the issue is. It has nothing to do with you, and keep saying you guys were trolling him and had an issue with fans making videos and so, like, no, we just have fucking, and the fact that you can't grasp why the band had an issue with it. You put very misleading verbiage on it that made it seem like it was some kind of an official collaboration when it was not. That's it. Period. End of story. And then goes and keeps posting a bunch of shit comments and shit posting on stuff. And it's like, you know, why can't he just can't get it, apparently? You know what I mean? So anyway, sorry.
So yeah, that was the synopsis of what's going on.
Basically, and I, you know, the funny thing was, I wasn't even pissed about it. I was one calming everybody down. Like, people don't get it. I get that's kind of what people do on TikTok now and stuff. They'll take Metallica and they'll sing over it and put Metallica featuring them, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's kind of a new school way that people do things, but it doesn't mean it's right. And again, but I actually am the one guy who stuck up for the guy and said, you know what? It's not that bad. I don't think it was intentional. I don't think it was malicious. Like, I think it was just kind of a knucklehead and doesn't realize what he did and how it's not right to present something this way, you know. And again, you know, I don't know why people just don't get it.
It's also a very, very, very special song. You know what I mean? It's not that we couldn't come up with anything. It just nothing really made it to our level of expectation, right? I mean, we were going to have, you know, one of the greatest singers of all time, Lane Staley, record on this song. You know, it's a very, very special song for us. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go through the whole thing.
And you shouldn't have to.
And all that stuff.
You shouldn't have to. But the point is, Taproot featuring, say Taproot calls you up and says, hey, we want you to officially sing on this song that we're going to release. That's Taproot featuring somebody. You know what I mean? Not you. No, what the video was you singing over a recording of a Taproot song, which is totally cool, but that's not how it was presented. Taproot featuring somebody. I'm sick of saying the guy's name. I'm going to say it again. But Taproot featuring Thom Hazard means Taproot called me up and said, hey, Thom Hazard, you want to sing on this song that we're going to release in some kind of official capacity? You know what I mean? It's not, I take it upon myself to record vocals over a Taproot song and post it as Taproot featuring me. You know what I mean? That's the distinction. You know what I mean? So it was, again, it had nothing to do with the video, the content, what you did. It was in the presentation, period. That's it. Anybody who wants to make fan videos, covers, record stuff, knock yourself out. You want to re-record vocals over all the Taproot records, knock yourself out, as long as it says, hey, I'm a fan and I recorded myself singing over this Taproot song for fun. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And, you know, it doesn't need to get ugly. It doesn't need to go back and forth, constantly posting on our page. I mean, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It ain't going to hurt me none. But I would, it doesn't, you know, help anything. It doesn't help your case. Doesn't help my case. Doesn't help anybody.
Eventually, I'm just going to fucking block you, and that'll be the end of it.
I mean, negativity is not the name of my game anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm not trying to say shit to anybody. It's just, you know, let's all move on with our day. This shouldn't affect you this much. What are we, a week later? And it's still a topic of conversation. It's still, I mean, I get that you put a lot of time into it. But, you know, it's time to move on, man. I'm sorry. Next topic.
So how's everybody else? So we're going to get some fans on tonight.
Yeah, I am extremely excited for Wally's, man. Wally's is one of my favorite places to play.
Yeah, I've never been to Wally's, man. So I'm pretty stoked to check it out.
They've always been good to us, man, through our, you know, through all the times when we were, you know, when we were struggling at times, they were great to us. You know, and the fans came out, and we always had packed houses at that place, man. It's great. Hampton Beach.
Right. And how have the crowds been there?
Yeah, crowds have been fantastic. Yeah, dude, the crowds come out, man. We you know, it's sort of like, you know, for us, you know, it's, you know, on a similar level as the machine shop. It was feeling like, 'cause we were going there all the time, and, you know, people would just come out to see us play. And, you know, our boys in Prospect Hill are from out there. They've toured with us on our Winter Riot tour. They're really good guys. And I think they're playing the Halloween show right before we're out there. But yeah, good people, man. Good place.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I can't wait to check it out. Hi, Chelsea. So who wants to jump in and say hi to us?
You send a link at all yet?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was about to go look through I actually went to go look through the Facebook Messenger messages. It wouldn't let me send them from my personal one, so I had to go through the Taproot ones, and I was seeing if anybody messaged in there. And it was actually, so anyway, so if you want to jump on with us, Kate's dragging her husband out to his first Taproot show in New York City. That's fantastic.
Nice. Finally.
What was your first Taproot show, Phil?
Michigan Theater in Jackson, Michigan.
Really? I don't remember what mine was. It was probably a long time ago.
Before Jared joined the band, the one show we played without Jared.
Really?
The one back then, obviously. We played a few without Jared at this point, but back then. Yeah, dude, it was a mess.
Yeah. There is a Cincinnati date at the Blue Note in Harrison.
Yeah, October 14th, I want to say.
If you look at the pinned post on the Taproot Facebook, all the dates are in there. There's an ad mat, and it's definitely in there.
And if it's not, it will be.
Right. No, it's all there. All the shows are there, I promise. I'm the one in charge of that. And I think they're all right. Somebody pointed out to me one day that on the ad mat, like 2 of the dates were flipped around, and I have no idea how long it was like that.
I know. I've done the same thing on my. I don't know how that got mixed up on my thing. I think I might have mixed it up for you at some point.
I know. Instead of the Friday and Saturday, the dates for like the Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, something like that. I think I was like, yeah, I remember that.
And I don't know how I even did it. Like I just kind of slowly went in and fixed it and didn't bring any attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, if people bought tickets, they should know the date.
Exactly. Oh, and in the listing above, there's a listing above it with all the ticket links, and it was right in there. It was just on the actual ad mat itself. It was wrong.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me find some people to come in and say hi.
Fan Appreciation Day.
Hey, PTL. We love PTL, man. This is the PTO tour, literally.
Yeah, that's already on the way I'm able to play these shows. Yeah, you and me both, Jeff. You and me both. Pretend time off.
Well, come to Blue Ridge Rock Fest, North Carolina. That is the only time they will be getting anywhere close to North Carolina. at least this year. So anyway, yeah, if you want to jump in with us, go ahead and message on the Taproot Facebook page, and I'll pick a couple people to send the link. It's just StreamYard if you've ever used it. It's a super easy web-based link. All you got to do is click on it, and it basically opens, give it permission to your camera and whatever.
Your bank account.
Exactly. Your bank account, your social security number, you know. Yeah, but go ahead, Kate. Whoever wants to jump on, jump on. Okay. Okay, hang on 1 second. I just got to check something real quick.
Then you'll be backstage.
Okay. All right, let me see. All right, we got a winner. We got our first guest. Let me see. Oops. And Kate, I know you said in the comments you wanted to, so go ahead and you can send a message too, and I'll send it to you too. I was trying to send it to you before, and it wouldn't work because I was on my personal Facebook and it wouldn't let me do it. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of doing double duty producing over here too.
Oh, I thought you were about to add somebody. That's why I was waiting.
I am. I'm sending them. Okay. I'm sending them out the links.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody was in the backstage already.
Nope, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I just send them the link. So.
Okay, fair enough. I'll come say hi. Okay, TJ wants to come say. A lot of people want to join.
Well, all right. Like I said, send a message to a DM to the Taproot Facebook page, and we will pick a couple people to send the link out to.
You'll get the link, and then you click on the link, and then it'll ask you for your name and permission to your phone for video and audio.
Your firstborn child. Dude, I got like 100 new skateboards yesterday. Did I tell you that?
You did not.
Dude, I'm so stoked. Check this shit out.
What you got?
Anything is. Look, where is it? I got one thing that's fucking awesome. I don't know where anything is in my office. Well, first off, I got this. This isn't even a volatile skateboard, but Guar sent me this.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Nice.
So thank you, Guar. I was pretty fucking stoked about that.
Heck yeah, they'll have fun on tour with Mudvayne, right?
Yep. But I finally got one of these, the Fishbone Fingerboard, which is fucking awesome.
Oh,
I actually
nice.
posted about these last week. I think we're going to do some Taproot ones.
Heck
Which
yeah.
would be really fucking cool. Just little baby versions of the Taproot volatile decks.
Yeah, dude, my kids will love it. They love those things.
I know. I'm pretty... Like I said, whoever wants to join in, send a DM to the Taproot Facebook or my personal Facebook, whatever. If you're on mine, I don't remember what pages I'm streaming this from. Let's see. I'm sending you the link. Just click on it. You'll be in a backstage area, and at some point I will let you into our chat.
Yeah, we can't hear you, but you can hear us.
What was that?
I said they'll be able to hear us, but we won't be able to hear them when they're backstage.
Oh, yeah, exactly when they're backstage. I was so confused for a second. So I saved a tortoise today.
Well done. How'd you manage that?
So I was driving down the road, and there was a giant. I wish I had the picture on my computer. I would show it. Here, check this out. So I do. I can show it to you on my phone. It was actually a crazy fucking story. My dogs are trying to fucking kill me. I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay, fine. I will tell this story. I wasn't going to, but it's so crazy. I have to. So I'm driving down the street today, right? And I see this guy in the middle of the road. Like I live out in the country, right? So I see this guy trying to cross the road, and he's fucking huge. Like this giant, poor, sweet old tortoise. His shell's all cracked up. You can tell he's already gotten run over a couple times. But so I stop and pull over, right? So I turn around, pull up behind him, turn my flashers on, so that turn my flashers on so that nobody comes up behind me and hits me. I'm kind of on the side of this country road. And that's kind of how it's funny. He like snaps at me. I go over by him and I'm like, come on, buddy, just get out of the road. So I stand there until he's gone. But I've been putting my dog on a leash in the car because Coco, he's an asshole. He's a dog that just ran away and literally came home. He was gone for a week.
Wow.
He came back. I don't know if I told you this.
You did not. I did not.
Last Wednesday, he just came back out of nowhere. Like he'd just been gone for a week. I go out to let the other dog out, Pebbles, and I'm calling for all this, and Coco comes running. I'm like, what the like nothing happened. It was like fucking the Twilight Zone, right? So I haven't seen him like a week and a half. I literally have mourned him. I thought he's dead. Like, and then he just comes running in, right?
Crazy.
So yeah, but he's Houdini. He's a little escape artist. And so he's been jumping out of the car. I take my dogs with me everywhere, Coco and Pebbles. I take both of them everywhere I go, right? So Coco has taken to, and he was fine for the first couple months I had him. He's taken to jumping out of the car. So he will basically, like, there's times I'll go in the gas station, I come out, he's out of the car. He just jumps out the window, right? So in the car, I've been just putting him on a leash and kind of just tying it around the seat so he can kind of get around the car. He just can't jump out the windows or whatever, right? So when I pull over to help this tortoise, I go to get back in the car, start pulling away really slowly, and all of a sudden I see the leash tight out the window. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Coco must have jumped out the window when I stopped the car to go help the tortoise and was hanging by the leash outside of the fucking car while I was driving. Thankfully, I didn't go more than 10 feet and I was going really slow.
Wow.
Poor little guy, his foot was still all cut up and had road rash on it. He must have basically just been able to reach the bottom of the ground. It was like running next to the car. I was just like, I went like maybe 10 feet and turned into a driveway and was like, oh my God. I was just like, I couldn't stop in the middle of the road. So I went up a little bit and pulled into a driveway, and the poor little guy was just hanging out the fucking window on the leash. Thankfully, he's okay, but I was like, oh my God.
That's crazy, man.
I know. My friend bandaged up his little foot and put some Neosporin on the poor little guy.
Dude, that could have been such a worse story than that.
Oh my God. I know. I was just like, I can't stop thinking about it. I couldn't for like hours. I just literally calmed down like, this was like a few hours ago. So I literally just calmed down like maybe a half an hour ago. Once I knew his foot wasn't that bad and I cleaned it up and, stopped bleeding and I could really see it. And I eventually an hour or two later, I'm literally just now starting to get rid of the anxiety from it. You know what I mean? Which is why I'm a little off my game tonight. So I apologize, everybody. So.
It's tough, but glad he's okay.
Well, then maybe you're in the wrong place, Sean, because here we talk about fucking turtles.
Talk about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
You want to hear my turtle story?
I do now. We're going to just talk about turtles for the rest of the fucking night. Anybody who comes in is just going to fucking talk about turtles. You can only come in if you have a turtle story. Cynthia, TJ, you guys better have fucking turtle stories. Hang on. Going first, though. Right,
I actually lost my hand, or almost lost my hand. I was trying to save one.
Like Chubbs and Happy Gilmore?
It's hard to see. Yeah, well, it could have been. I was saving a snapping turtle, not really thinking, you know what I mean, just trying to get him out of the road. Grab him from the side, and his head comes out the side like, gah.
Well, that's what this fucking thing did to me. Like, I didn't realize it was a snapping, like, literally, I went to reach out and be like, bah! I'm like, oh my
Soleil, come
God.
here.
I was so, like, this must have been a snapping turtle, too. Like, just, gah!
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, dude, they'll chop off your thumb or hand or whatever, dude. Those things are vicious. They're like little dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It was fucking scary.
Yeah, we got a couple turtle stories here. My daughter's coming out right now. Soleil, you're live right now.
Turtle
Tell
story.
her about the
Go.
the snapping turtle the other day.
Oh yeah, that snapping turtle tried to eat a lot of people's fingers that day. It was very scary.
You were trying to save it from getting.
Well, yeah, I was trying to save it, get it out the middle of the road, and then like
See these
people
fucking
pulled
things,
over.
all of us, it's the same story. These things, is this like a thing they do? They just hang out in the road to try and bite people's fingers off? Is that it? Like, that's exactly me and Phil. It's the same story.
His head liditerally came out like, what, 6 inches?
Yeah.
It was fast too. I thought I was gonna die.
Very
Everybody
fast.
was like, yeah, we can leave it in the road now.
Yeah. And this guy was huge, by the way. This guy was like a fucking dinosaur. I mean, you can't really tell from this, but this fucking thing was huge. Like,
Yeah, you can't tell. He looks tiny.
He's giant. I wish I had something for reference. He was like, I mean, he's huge. He was like this fucking big. I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge. You can't really tell in the picture, but I mean, this thing was. Look at how cute he is. Look at his little face.
Yeah, me and my boyfriend saved a baby turtle while we were fishing, and so now it's at his Mimi's house in a tank, and his Mimi feeds it every single day and changes his water, and it's so tiny, like it's literally so tiny, and he's so cute.
Aw.
We named him Solo because he was chilling by himself.
Oh.
How are you,
Speaking of which,
TJ?
I gotta make sure he's doing good.
How are you, TJ? What's your turtle story, TJ?
So I'm being put on the spot. I didn't know I needed to have a turtle story, but I do think I have one. A couple of years ago, I was camping on Father's Day at a state park in Tennessee, and I set my daughter up fishing, just like off, like she's standing on the grass, maybe like 3 to 4 feet of water max. Casted it, got her set up. Her and her little friend were like just sitting there, nothing was going on. I walked away for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and I hear all this commotion, and I come back. She caught a snapping turtle.
Oh, no shit.
No fish, just a snapping turtle. So that was kind of funny.
How'd you get off the line? You have just cut the line?
Yeah, I just cut the line.
Yeah, let him go. Yeah. Nice work.
I actually have another snapping turtle story when I was a kid up in Wisconsin.
Which is where I live, by the way. This happened in Wisconsin. For the record.
Oh, well, I used to live in Wisconsin. I used to see you guys at the rave and everything all the time, but now I'm down in the South. Okay. I love the rave. It's haunted as hell, but I love it. But I lived in Whitewater, and we lived out on this property, and there was a waterfall in our backyard, and me and my friend Ethan were out there with a fishing pole, and the snapping turtle I caught was bigger than our dog. Our dog tried to attack it. It was coming after us. And my mom's boyfriend at the time was like, let the fishing pole go. And I said, no, you told me I can't lose my fishing pole. It's brand new. And so I was going to fight a snapping turtle for a fishing pole. I had to be like 6 or 7 at the time.
Wow.
Because, you know, when you get a new fishing pole and everything, you're not supposed to lose it. But yeah, that thing was huge, and it was chasing after everybody, the dog, everybody.
Yeah. All right, so the safety message of the day is don't mess with those snapping turtles. They are scary, and they'll hurt you.
See, Taproot might save your life one day.
Life lessons.
Right.
So I know I keep bugging you all about Savannah. Have you guys even thought about coming down here? Like, nope. Non-Point's coming here to play the Victory North. And the Victory North's a great venue. And then it's awesome. Y'all can have a good time. And if you need to stay at our house and not at a hotel, we're okay with that.
So which we
I watch a lot of Steve's videos and stuff. I'm pretty sure he said maybe as long as like they can get a bus going down there, because he doesn't fly, right?
He doesn't fly, and he doesn't really drive out long distances either. So
right,
he would depend on one of us to drive him down there.
So as long as Tom hops in a bus, you guys are good to go.
Yeah. It's not off the table.
Yeah, but it's not on the table either. I mean, it's not even like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not
market wise.
Yeah, we've discussed this on here before. The reason we're doing the shows that the guys are doing is because we have a limited amount of time. The guys all have day jobs. So the shows we're doing are shows we can get to on a weekend and get back home for Monday for work, basically.
100%.
Then that's it. That's what we're doing. That's why all the shows are in the Midwest, where they're less than a 10-hour drive, a one-day drive. It's all pretty close. I mean, we're trying to get this, and the guys can only take X amount of days off of work per year. So that's it. We were joking before and called it the PTO tour. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like the guys, again, originally they were going to do one fucking show. I talked them into doing one show, which turned into 2, which turned into 22. So people just have to be happy with that. You know what I mean? Like that's what we got right now. We're going to try and do some more in 2024 and try and get to a couple other regions that we haven't got to.
2024. That is just so crazy to even sound like 2024.
Well, if we didn't have a blended family of 5 kids, and we just had the one that just talked to you about the turtle incident, just had her graduation. Well, if we didn't have a blended family of 5 kids, and we just had the one that just we would be able to like come up there and everything.
Okay, Chelsea, you got to turn down
Chelsea,
your.
you got to mute your speaker.
There you go. All right, TJ, you had something to say. What you got?
You got to mute your
Oh, when
speaker.
I went like that, that was the question that I've been kind of
I'm
like
trying
waiting
to-
to hear answered. Oh, I think she might have her Facebook still open because I had the same issue. If you can close that and then you could just use the stream thing.
Oh yeah, that's what you got to do. Close your you got to close.
I figured it out before I got
you got to close
pulled
the
in though,
stream
so I
on
got
Facebook.
lucky.
There you go.
Yeah, no, like so I'm in Tennessee and I really want to go to Blue Ridge, like really bad. That's a badass festival lineup, and I haven't seen Taproot in a while. I've seen you guys like 2 or 3 times in Nashville before, like long time ago, obviously. I used to always line up on Phil's side of the stage, and we would at least get one fist bump in during the show. I thought that was always badass. But Blue Ridge would be awesome. I just don't know if it's going to happen. So I've kind of always been waiting to hear, but didn't want to ask because I know you guys get asked this like a lot, and Steve gets asked this a lot. Is like, is this going to end at 2023? But you guys just said you're going to go into 2024. So
there's talk. There's talk.
Assuming everything goes well and we all like each other still at the end of all this,
and people show up and everything goes good. Yes, the discussion is there. Like we talked about 2024 hitting a couple of the regions. Maybe the West Coast, maybe Florida, maybe Texas.
Maybe Savannah. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe at least we talked about Florida and maybe Atlanta. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you might have to drive a little bit. We're not going to hit.
I will drive to Atlanta for you.
Well, exactly, that's it. Like we're trying to get at least all the shows they have now are kind of in a reasonable driving distance from a lot of other places. They're not going to go to every. It's not like before when they'd have to fill 7 nights a week. So when you do that, you play in more tertiary markets and more tertiary places, like Harrisburg, PA, or you know what I mean? Because you have to fill 7 nights a week. We don't have to do that. They're just playing Friday and Saturday. So we're just doing the 2 big shows that we'd normally do on the weekend without filling the rest of the week. So we're trying to keep them close enough where people can at least drive from other places.
Well, Jacksonville's close to us too. I mean, we're not ruling that out.
We're definitely not ruling that out.
We're not ruling that out either. You know what I mean? There's a way better chance that they'll end up in Florida or maybe Atlanta than Savannah, to be totally honest. So, have to drive somewhat, but, we're talking about doing LA. We're talking about doing, a couple West Coast things. We're talking about doing a couple shows in Texas, a couple shows in Florida. We're going to try and hit every region kind of. It's just not going to be every fucking city in it. So people are going to have to drive a little bit,
And the true fans will drive.
Thank you.
That's
the true fans will drive. The true fans will not ask for tickets, and the true fans will not ask for anything for free.
There you go. Thank you.
Because y'all can't give away. I hate living down in the South. I'm from California, lived in Wisconsin forever, and I've been down here since 2014. And everything.
And now you say y'all.
Exactly. Hi, Chelsea. How are you doing? Let's welcome Chelsea in here. The poor thing's been sitting there so good and quiet and patient.
Oh, well, I know I'm going to be buying tickets for the Pittsburgh show and driving up from Florida to go and see that.
You're driving? Wow, really?
Chelsea, you want to pick me up on the way? I'll share gas with you.
Hey, my mom has a farmhouse up there. We can go play with the chickens too.
Watch out for the snapping fucking turtles.
I don't have a turtle story, but I have a really embarrassing tortoise story. My brother had Russian.
Same thing.
One of our kids, and okay, so we would go and spend the night at my mom's house, and they had a mating pair of Russian tortoises every night. Like clockwork, those dang shells were banging up against the glass of the aquarium, and the tortoise was screaming. Like, if you've never heard a tortoise scream, you never want to.
I have not, and I don't think I do. I mean, I've seen them eat pizza and do martial arts, which is fun. From now on, I think the only turtles I'm going to fuck with are Teenage Mutant Ninja. That's it.
Hi, Chris and Davey Lee.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the Taproot fan stream, whatever we're calling it.
Yes, thank you for having us. We fit in here. We are 46 years worth of Taproot fan right here. We're brothers.
Oh yeah, nice.
Awesome. How many years of individual Taproot fandom?
I think it's 4 and 6, right? One's 4, one's 6.
Oh, yeah. 23 individually.
Nice.
Wow.
Where are you guys at?
We're in Orofino, Idaho.
Wow. Did you go to that Pocatello show back in 2000?
Ooh,
No,
very-
unfortunately, we couldn't get the transportation down there. We were really, really bummed about it. And when you came through on the Plead the Fifth tour.
Yeah, we missed both shows. It's seriously a bummer. Like at the 2000 show, we both would have been too young. And then Plead the Fifth show, I had to work and didn't have the transportation. So it was like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't hit Idaho very often.
Hey,
No,
it's all good.
We're definitely not going to Idaho.
Yeah. Well,
That's
one
why
thing I
God created
understand is
an
that
airplane.
we both play music.
oh, yeah? What do you guys play?
guitar and bass, respectively.
Nice. Nice. I play guitar and bass as well. And drums now.
Ooh, nice. Didn't know that.
Working on it. Working on it. See him behind me.
Yeah,
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
play drums on
That's
your
house.
chorus, but he
Are
refused.
the drums just for fun, or are you doing
Oh,
something?
yeah. No, just for fun, man. Well,
He's
I
a
mean,
new drummer for Taproot.
Yeah,
And
I've
he-
only
Oh,
played-
Phil solo album? What?
yeah. Well, I've been playing for 6 months, so I'm by no means at a point where it's for anything serious, but I'm working
It'll
on
be
it.
a solo album, but it's just Phil playing drums. It's
Yeah.
he's fucking Phil Collins now.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I'm a multi-instrumentalist is what I can call myself now.
That's pretty awesome right there. No, our first band actually covered I and Poem at some of our early shows.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
say they were originals?
Yes, we did do original as well.
Did you guys down tune for it properly? Down to A?
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did. Took it down to A.
Nice. Nice.
What is
What
that?
do we got?
Always have to do it correct.
Is that a ferret?
Yes.
Oh, hi, buddy. What's your name?
He is deaf. He has wordism. But his name's Wade.
Oh,
Wade?
Yep, like Deadpool.
Oh, we have a couple different animals on here.
yeah,
The
Cynthia's
doggy.
got a puppy over there. Hi, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, now
Mine
TJ's looking for his
is
animal.
You guys want look at poor little Coco sitting back there with his hurt foot. You can't
Because my dog's
see him back on
sleeping.
the see that white back there? That's Coco's bandage on his foot. Poor little baby.
If you don't like animals, don't join the Taproot stream. That's for sure.
Well,
I don't know where our cat is. He's like, nope, I don't like cameras.
Okay.
we
Hey,
unfortunately lost one of our
let me
cats
just address
today.
something. Let me just address something really quick. We're not dissing Matthew Barnes. We moved on from that whole thing. You know, we explained to him really nicely just why the way it was presented was wrong and his faux pas, and he couldn't accept that. He just kept being belligerent about it, so we just moved on from it.
Oh,
I thought we were done with this already. I thought
We
that
are-
was
we are,
that
but
was
some
done
things
and
are-
over with at the beginning of the chat.
And look, Matt, we have nothing but love.
we have-
We have nothing but love. It's all good. Again, I tried explaining it real nicely on a comment on Facebook. Whatever Steve said, sorry, I don't speak for Steve. And again, so if he did say some shit, sorry. But again, Matt, we have no beef with you. Nothing but love. You know, the song's great. Make a new video and change the caption. You know, change the verbiage. You know, take what I said to heart and just good. We had no issue with the song. It was awesome. It was cool. I listened. I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I'm like, I see why the guys have issues with it though, because of the way the verbiage was in the video. So again, cool, no problem. Moving on from this now. And but yeah, somebody just asked why we were dissing Matthew Barnes. So if anything, we were giving him some love earlier. So.
Now back to Turtle Tuesday.
Yeah, back to Turtle Tuesday.
Taproot Turtle Tuesday, Triple T.
It's not Matthew Monday. It's Turtle Tuesday.
Chris and Davey Lee, do you guys have turtle stories?
Unfortunately, I was racking my brain about this before we got in here. I cannot think of a single damn turtle story.
No
to save
turtles in
my
Idaho,
life.
huh? No turtles in
It's-
Idaho.
I've seen a couple as pets in terrariums in people's houses, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're
But never in the
here and
wild.
there. They're not like
Never-
overabundance.
I think you need more.
I remember I was way into Ninja Turtles as a kid, and I would ride my tricycle with my hands like this to replicate the turtle hands.
Nice. There you go.
And that was something I actually did. And that's probably
awesome.
pretty embarrassing.
A little bit. I wish I had some Ninja Turtles here. I don't know why I don't. I have every other toy imaginable on my desk and around it. I have a giant bag of Transformers. I have Gonzo. I have the Joker. But
we have a black ferret. Wow.
Yeah, she's got all the ferrets.
This one's Francis, aka Ajax. Hi. Or yeah.
Stop looking at me, Francis.
Buddy, thank you for joining us.
No, it's not for sale, Francis.
It's not for sale, Francis.
No, we have a third one too, but
I hope you heard me. I hope TJ heard me. If not,
thanks,
thanks,
TJ.
TJ.
Mean.
Mark's been waiting patiently. Mark, I don't think your mic is on though, dude. I got the little mute thing. Are you?
There you go. There you go.
There he is. Sorry, keep talking about your ferrets, Chelsea.
Oh, I have a third one.
Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Okay, good.
I don't deal with him. He's bitey.
What's up, Mark? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys today?
Where are you at, Mark?
Massachusetts.
Okay. Coming to the shows?
Possibly Wally's.
Okay, there you go. Good place, man. It's like Phil walked into the waiting room at a prison.
Yeah, he must be talking about you, Cynthia. You look like trouble.
I am trouble.
Nice. Yeah, the Wally show is gonna be good, man. You just try to make it out. How far is that for you?
Only about an hour.
Okay.
Oh, well, you better be there. There's no trying to go to a show an hour away. Like half these people would chop their limbs off to have a show an hour away. If you're not there, we're gonna have words.
Uh-oh.
You been to Wally's before?
A couple times, yes.
Okay, yeah. Who'd you see there? Thank you, Matthew Barnes.
Static X, I think. Yeah, it was Static X. Yeah.
Nice.
I have something that's kind of embarrassing. The last concert I went to in Massachusetts was New Kids on the Block.
Oh, that's not embarrassing. That's fucking awesome.
What year?
Recently, or like on the Step by Step tour?
I did see them on the Step by Step tour. I was front row, and my sister got pulled on stage.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we followed them for 3 weeks. We flew out from Massachusetts, and we followed them from Colorado all the way up to Vancouver and all the way back down to Arizona. For 3 weeks.
Did you meet any of them?
And I was the only one who could drive, so I was driving behind the bus, curling my hair and makeup on. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I can top that story. I also went and saw New Kids on the Block on the Hangin' Tough tour. I pretended to like the New Kids on the Block for an entire year for a girl. When I was 15 years old, 16. And the funny thing was I actually ended up liking them, but so I was kind of dating a girl who was like a huge and this was like in 1989. Everybody was obsessed with New Kids on the Block, right? Like I stole my sister's New Kids sheets and I wasn't playing. Like I had Donnie Wahlberg underwear. Like I was fucking serious, man. So, and I went and stood in line for hours to get tickets for New Kids on the fucking Block at Alpine Valley. So,
nice.
Your story was embarrassing.
Right now, because one of my best friends is out in LA, and he's like, Mark Wahlberg's in my effing restaurant right now. I'm serving him food. He just served me tequila. He shook my hand. Thank you for the advice. I mentioned the Celtics to him, and he said, "Yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull it out."
Nice.
So
my New Kid story is one of my friends played with them for a while. Fish, my friend Fish, Michael Herring, and so
I know Michael Herring.
Yeah, he's awesome, right?
He is freaking awesome. Yes.
Yeah, of course you do. You followed them for weeks. So Fish was playing with them, and he invited me out to the show when they were playing in Detroit. So I grabbed a couple of my buddies, and both these guys are probably about 220 pounds, and worked out at the gym a little bit.
Detroit, what year?
This is probably 2008.
Yes, the reunion tour.
Okay, yeah. So we go out there. Well, if you're at the show, you might remember this moment. So at the very end of the show, we're like I feel like we're the only guys there. Like it's like 99% women and a few boyfriends and husbands, right? But we're like 3 guys, all, single and just hanging out. And so one of the guys that I'm with takes off his shirt, gets on the other guy's shoulders for the last song that I think is Hanging Tough or something, and gets on the guy's shoulders, right? And he's up on this guy's shoulders. And I forget which new kid points at him though, goes, check out those guys. And all the faces start facing us. And just standing next to this dude, it was just so funny. Just shirt off, just waving around like, woo!
On the Magic Summer Tour with Step by Step, it was really funny being in Oakland at the Coliseum, and in front row, believe it or not, was the band Slaughter.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That is surprising.
What about Slaughter?
They're a front row for new kids.
And in Magic Summer 1990, they were front row at Oakland Coliseum because my sister and I are more rock people.
Yeah.
But New Kids kind of sucked us in a little bit.
It happened. Me too.
Yeah, and I was like, Mark, and he turned around, and I was like, oh my God, that was Mark, because she's like, I think that's Blas. I think that's Blas, because she's obsessed with him. And I was like, Mark, and he was like, hey, how you doing? And then Donnie was like, we got a whole bunch of rock people right here down here in the front row, and they didn't even realize it was Slaughter.
Nice.
That's a
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I worked with Slaughter. I produced and put out Mark's last solo record, Halfway There. I'm the executive producer of it, and I worked with Mark for a few years actually. So I'm a big Slaughter fan. They're my boys.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Isn't it weird how everything like comes full circle?
It sure does.
I mean, because people have
It sure
respect for
does.
other people in the industry. I mean, you have
Definitely, yeah.
musicians, you have boy bands and stuff like that, but you do have like real musicians. But I kind of think that the boy bands do respect the real musicians.
Me and Phil are gonna start a boy band. We were talking about it the other day.
Tom's teaching me his dance moves.
Yeah, fucking A. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fucking fire. We're gonna be coming to TikTok fall of 2024. Just wait.
You got a pretty wild mental image of that.
Yeah, that's why that's the real reason why we're not sure if we're going to make it to Savannah.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Phil are balls deep in our boy band plan. We're going to be the new O-Town.
Yeah, there you go.
Not even like New Kids are in sync like O-Town. Like we're going to be like a 4th-rate boy band.
No, dude, we're going to be C-Note. If you remember C-Note. Anybody?
I recognize the name, but I don't know.
Till I get home for that sweet, sweet loving. Come on. No one? Right.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Look them up.
Phil's pulling up the deep cuts, man.
I actually saw O-Town with 98 Degrees because Jeff Simmons gave his tickets to Macon a couple years ago. So that's just really funny. Did you guys know Eric Estrada from Chips, his son, is in O-Town?
Really? I did not
know that.
Yeah, Eric Estrada Jr.
Tonight is fucking dope, man. That is a dope fucking song. I would concur 100% on that.
Look at this.
I think you guys need to do a version of Tonight.
Remember when we said, girl, please don't go. How I'd be loving you ever. That's my jam right there.
I'm going to have to check it out.
Man band.
Can I ask Phil a question?
Bigger.
Yeah. Only if it's about New Kids on the Block or a boy band. No, go ahead.
I won tickets to a Backstreet Boys concert once.
Hold on. We're someone's got a question for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was curious, man. Like, do you have a favorite song that you like playing live that just, I don't know, get your adrenaline going still? It's still like one of your favorites. You're not tired of playing it. It still amps you up every time.
So, I mean, short answer, Poem is always fun. Like, I don't care. People say, oh, dude, don't you get tired of playing that song? I never get tired of playing that song. I mean, when you get the reaction we get from that song, it's hard to not enjoy that. You know what I mean? And people are singing it and rocking out and just getting so excited, dude. I mean, anyone that gets mad at their singles for doing well and people loving it, I just don't understand that, right?
Yeah.
Besides that, though, going a little deeper, Stolage from what was that? Plead the Fifth is one of my favorite ones to play. It just has so many cool, fun little parts and just little like parts where you just want to go. You know, I had some cool bass moves for that one.
Love that song.
Stolage on one of your last YouTube streams?
I did.
Okay.
Did we play it on one of these things? Is that what you said?
No, I think
no,
because I watch a lot of Steve's like one-off Instagram vids and stuff, and I couldn't remember if it was him talking about that or you guys. But I went and listened to
don't think we did
because I think that's one of those sleeper tracks. Like I was like, Stolage, how does that one go again? And I'm a huge fan, and like I shouldn't be saying like, how does that song go again? So I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh yeah,
I'm so sorry. I don't want to beat this dead fucking horse, but I'm sorry. I have to address this, and I know Phil will agree with me. This is exactly why Stu got pissed. Shit like this being posted. Here's the song Matthew Barnes did, an awesome vocal tribute to Taproot. Because Matt, being a fan, came up with this. That's exactly the kind of shit that pissed Steve off, for the record. Like, it had nothing to do with Steve not being able to come up with stuff. Wayne Staley was supposed to write on the song and then passed away. So they didn't want to write anything on it. They had other people try it, and they just felt like it wasn't right to do because it was Wayne Staley's song. Wayne was supposed to. Steve could have written anything he fucking wanted. Steve's written 90 records since then. You know, it had nothing to do with the fact that they couldn't write anything. They chose not to. And it's awesome that Matt decided to write something as a fan and record it and throw it up. It's cool. But don't speak for the band and don't say things that are not true to present something a way it is not. That's what the issue was completely, 100%. Yeah, stuff like that being said, oh, Steve couldn't come up with stuff. I mean, that's, again, so I'm sorry to bring it up again, but I just saw that and it just kind of made my blood boil a little bit. So, yeah.
Save the drama for your mama, people. Yeah. Leave everybody alone and stop stirring the fucking pot.
So anyone that doesn't know the song Stolage should go back and listen to it because it's a jam right there. Stolage off of Plead the Fifth.
Stolage, just like that.
We got to. So next stream, Tom, you got to remember to put Stolage as the intro.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Go for it.
How did y'all feel about Wayne Swinney just like ultimately, dropping dead of a brain aneurysm?
It's awful. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just one of those.
I mean, it's mind blowing, and then like everybody like automatic. One thing I hate is you guys as rock bands. Anytime anything goes wrong in a rock band, everybody automatically assumes drugs.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know him enough to have said one way or the other, and I wouldn't conjecture anyway. I mean, things happen. You don't know what people are doing. You don't know what, our bodies are strange things, So, I mean, it doesn't really matter why, no matter what it is, drugs or not, it's still an unfortunate situation.
For the record, it was not drugs.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, it was not. But I hate the fact that the media automatically assumes you're in a rock band, you died of drugs.
Right.
Well, Wayne was also, with all due respect, like 60 years old. You know what I mean? Like, that had been going hard for a long time.
Hey, I'm 51. Stop.
Hey, I'm 48, and I died 2 fucking years ago and came back. So.
Yeah. It's always unfortunate especially when someone within the rock world or whatever, any musician, to me, I always feel like a connection to them.
Right.
Hey, Phil, I got a question for you, man.
What you got?
For the Gift record, did you record that whole album with a Warwick, or was that only used on certain songs, a Warwick bass?
Yeah, that was actually my Warwick thumb, my 5-string thumb. That was the only album I recorded with that bass. It just it was being a short scale. It was really difficult to be tuned low like we were, and that's the only that played the Warwick. Everything else was Yamaha after that, except for except for some of the later albums, it might have been either a new song or I think I played some made custom basses on a couple of them. Probably some better mousetrap guitars. Yeah, I've had a few different like custom friends of mine that make custom basses. But other than that, it's all been Yamaha. Who's talking right now? I don't see anybody's face moving. Is somebody not on the screen that I don't see? Who's talking?
Davey.
Me.
Oh, behind him. Okay, I'm seeing nobody's mouth move. Okay, got you. It's behind you.
Just having trouble keeping me in the frame there. My bad.
Got you. Understood, man. I see you now. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. That Warwick. My brother's actually got that Warwick right now.
That is awesome that you still have it kind of around, even if your brother's got it at the moment.
Yeah, I know where all but maybe 3 of my basses I've ever owned are.
Damn,
I still have most of them because I sold my first one for my Samick. So those first 2 I have no idea where. My Samick was a piece of crap, and the Charvel I had originally had some issues. And then after that, there's an Ibanez somewhere out there that I owned for a little while. I just didn't like it, so I sold that. And then everything else, actually, I gave that to a friend and to learn to play bass. I don't think I ever learned to play bass. Other than that, there's one Yamaha bass that got left at a show somewhere in Michigan, and it was dark out, and one of our techs just didn't grab it. And that's when that was recorded on most things, which is very unfortunate. I lost it.
No.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I have either all my basses or a friend has it.
That is really awesome, dude.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you for straightening that out for me, because I'd seen a picture of you recording for Gift holding that thumb.
Yeah.
And because I'd always tried to emulate that tone myself as a bassist, and I finally saw that picture and it just clicked in my head. I'm like, okay, no, that makes sense. That sounds like a Warwick.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
They're just too short a scale for what we were doing. I mean, I say that, Ryan Martini was tuning down to G or G sharp or whatever and doing just fine with them. So what do I know?
Well, hey, no, I totally understand when the action in the field just isn't right, it's not right. You can't get around that.
Yeah. And when you play one of my basses are 37-inch scale, and I have like a 145 like custom string for my low A, it plays like it's at E. I mean, it plays so nice.
Exactly, and that's what you want. That's awesome to hear.
37-inch scale. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, so I have that one. So I have this one is the one closest to me right here. Let's see if I can try to show this in the small screen. This is my better mousetrap. It's actually, I think, a 34-inch scale or 35, but he did like the string through body, and it plays really nice for being an A. Probably one of the best ones I have, being a non-extended scale, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's beautiful, man.
But this, I'll try to show you this. This is one of my Yamahas at the 37-inch scale.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That's a beaut.
Yeah, I don't take that one out. It's just for home.
Right.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's a TRB. It's my only TRB that Yamaha made for me, and I hold it close to home. Yeah, all the other ones are RBXs, which are still great basses. But this one it doesn't quite have a rock tone either. It's more of a little smoother sound to it.
No, I get what you're saying.
2 more slots in here apparently. If 2 more people want to join us, we got 2 more slots. I think it's weird looking at it. We're kind of like the Brady Bunch in here.
We're pushing the limits of Turtle Tuesday.
Right. I don't know. She can't take much more of this, Captain. I'm giving her all she's got.
And since I'm showing off my basses,
band that you tour with, dead or alive, dream band you could ever tour with.
Oh, I'll get that in a second.
Whoa.
So this is my other better mousetrap. It's a 4-string, so obviously don't take that out. That's my friend Matt Kiefer makes these guys. He also makes them for Aaron from Breaking Benjamin right now. I think Aaron's got like 6 of them.
Nice.
And then this is my Yamaha BB, just standard as is bass. If you ever get a chance to play one of these, They're great. And then that's Gretsch 4-string, one of these like shorter scale. I don't know, what's it say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those shorter scale little Gretsch things, and it's really fun to play.
That's awesome. And that maple fretboard is just fucking fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Wait, is Aaron back with Breaking Benjamin?
As far as Aaron, the bass player?
Aaron Fink?
I don't know their last name, but I don't think so. No, this is a newer guy, Aaron, bass player. His last name, I can't
No, Aaron Fink was the guitarist that was in Breaking Benjamin.
I thought that's why you kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah, no.
I saw them with Caesar last year, and I didn't think that he was there, so I was just trying.
Yeah, no, Aaron, the bass player, cool, really cool dude. But we share bass makers.
That's tight.
Thank you for showing your amazing extensive collection of basses, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
It's a small taste.
Yeah. But adding more is the fun part.
Yeah, right. Everyone's got its own story and its own sound and its own feel, man. So I don't like getting rid of them.
Exactly.
Like, why do you need another one? Because I can. I don't know.
Because that's why.
I'll play it someday. I'll play it on Tom's record.
Right? Yeah.
Play it on that new boy band record.
Yeah, on the new
Right,
one. Yeah, exactly.
Man band.
Man band.
We're a man band.
NKOTR.
Any other questions from anybody?
Is everybody?
Nothing. We got crickets in here.
No, we stumped the crowd.
A band that you would want to tour with.
Oh, that's right.
Live.
Let's see. Nothing More for me would be a band I want to play with. I love those guys. They do put on such a good show. I would love to share the stage with those guys. As far as a more of a legacy band, I would like to. We played with System of a Down. I think just the one time back when they were young and we were young. I would love to play another show with those guys. That'd be a lot of fun. And then Tool would always be obviously Tool would be a dream to play with.
Right.
Drink some wine and do some jiu-jitsu with Maynard.
Have you seen Tool, Phil?
I've never.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. I saw them on Undertow for the first time in Chicago, man, and they were fucking great.
That's what I hear, man.
Especially back then, when it was just, I mean, I've seen them a bunch of times, and it got, no offense, it got a little more pretentious later on, you know what I mean? 10, 15 years in, like on Undertow, it's just, they were still just this really raw rock and roll band. I mean, they only had Undertow and Opiate at the time, I mean?
Dude.
So that's really all they played. It was basically like Undertow in its entirety and, maybe Opiate.
Well, dude, seeing any of these bands early on, like we saw Incubus, back when Brandon still had dreads and Enjoy Incubus had just come out and he was still jumping around and just, in a small place called The Shelter in Michigan. And awesome show.
Okay, well, to be a shit stirrer, I'm not going to put you on the spot to say this Facebook Live, but message me and let me know the worst band that you would never tour with.
Oh.
I know a couple of bands that people never want to tour with again, and I'm friends with both bands, and it's like, that's really funny.
Dave, I mean, I guess it's okay to say this. I got asked to play this one, and they just couldn't. The shit wasn't together yet. They weren't really doing the reunion thing yet. It was still kind of far off. So they actually got asked to play Sick in the World this year. We just couldn't do it. That was before, I'd say but that was before my time. But yes, if they do it again next year, absolutely positively, Taproot will be there. If we have to beg them, but I doubt it since they wanted them to play this year, but just couldn't pull it off.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was a crazy lineup.
It looked like a great show, but honestly, it probably would have been a huge clusterfuck anyway. I know the power went out on some of the bands, and there were some issues. And
it's too hot.
The middle of the desert, in the middle of summer, like it looked awesome. But I mean, again, it probably would have been kind of a nightmare too, just the heat and the weather. And
I'm too old and jaded for that nonsense these days.
right? Me too.
Science was an amazing album. Is an amazing album.
Yeah, it definitely is fire. I worked on that record. I loved Incubus back then.
Yeah, didn't you play sax on Anti-Gravity?
I did.
I'm just kidding.
I was actually the DJ too, but don't tell Gavin.
Great album.
I'm just kidding. That was my boy Gavin. He's dope.
So with marching band practice, do you mind if I share a video of them doing poem on your page?
I don't care.
Just don't claim it as their own.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I know. All right, Lord. Yeah.
Just did hear what we stood for 6 hours to see Halloween the other night.
Yeah, 6 hours straight.
Halloween. Wow. Now you're digging back.
In New York. Well, they played in New York, right?
That was Tampa.
Oh, in Tampa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How was it?
They were actually pretty good.
It wasn't good. I was here working.
For front row, they were really good.
And you got to meet the band.
I did in fact.
That we know you didn't claim it as your own. Phil's just being a smart ass. Because I made the comment earlier on the comment I made about your thing as an example. But yes, we know you did not do that.
I know. That was.
We're just joking about it and being smart asses now.
My apologies. My apologies.
I don't want to stir things up. Your balls a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now that we're all good, I'm going to ruin it again. I'm going to ruin it by saying something stupid. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that.
Oh, I know. I wish we had more people. I want to see how far we can go. Like nobody likes this, man. Like,
want to join?
I don't think people have turtle stories to join.
I know, man.
They're like turtles and New Kids on the Block. I'm not ready for that.
Fucking day.
Do you want me to call Lynn Lizio and tell Dave to get on?
This is the dopest Taproot Tuesday ever.
I could call Lynn and tell Dave to get on here.
Yeah, right. I'll just text.
You know who I talked to? You know who I talked to yesterday? By the way, Phil, I had a really long break. Toby Wright?
Oh yeah.
Can you not hear me?
You cut out for a minute.
Oh, okay. Hi, baby. What are you doing? You want to come
for a couple seconds? Yeah, dude. Yeah, apparently Toby lives right near Jared now. Tom's distracted.
Yeah. They're animals. I guess I'll get mine up in here too. Yep. No, Toby lives in Detroit now. So
no, not Detroit.
This is
small town, not Detroit. Small town near Jared, literally probably 10 minutes from where Jared lives.
He lives in the Detroit metropolitan area somewhere. He said Detroit, but yes, he also said it's close to Wyandotte and close to Ann Arbor, and so but he lives with a guy who works at GM in Detroit.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are all real specific about. Well, no, it's not Detroit, but
no,
it's not fucking Detroit. You know what I mean?
Flint's not Detroit either.
I know Flint's not. Flint's like an hour away, but still.
Are you saying do you live in Green Bay?
I say I live in the Green Bay area. I live outside. Yeah. I have to, when somebody asks where I live, I have to reference Green Bay. I can't just
exactly. That's why he's telling you Detroit. But someone from Detroit,
if I live 10 minutes outside of Green Bay, I'd say I live in Green Bay. I live like an hour outside of Green Bay. I live in Flint and I live
exactly.
I mean, I live in if I live 10, 15 minutes outside of Detroit,
he doesn't live 10, 15 minutes outside of Detroit. He lives like an hour from Detroit.
How far is he?
It's like an hour.
Is it really that far? He made it sound like it was close. Well, he told me Detroit.
I know, because you know Detroit. Because you know Detroit. That's the same thing. Same thing you just said. He's telling you. Anyway, no, the point is, though, he lives right by Jared, which is really shocking because Jared lives in some small town in the middle of Michigan. It's like, how the hell do you move down the road from, it's just a really random. It's like him moving to where you are.
Yeah,
finding out
it is really weird.
Where
does Jared live?
Yeah.
Where does Jared live?
Just south of Flint by about 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, but small town, 4,000 people.
That's so I know, isn't it random that Toby just right? Oh, I guess he has a friend that lives there and he had a studio there and Toby went out there to go help him, run the studio or whatever. Or he let Toby run the studio but no, me and Toby had a cool chat yesterday. He called me and told me him and Steve were texting a little bit and we were talking about the ideas we had and
nice.
Darren's writing mad freestyles. Yeah, do it. Dude, write a verse about how boring it is. Better include tortoises and New Kids on the Fucking Block.
Can't all be gold, man. We're trying.
No, you're right. Exactly. What do you want from us, man? We're here just talking, shooting the shit with fans. Hi, Sonia. If you're just joining us, it's Fan Appreciation Night. We got a bunch of fans up in here just saying hi. Hey, now it's even again. Somebody laughed.
Yeah, it looked like TJ disappeared. No, TJ's still here. Who did disappear?
And if anybody's got a question and wants to...
Oh, Cynthia disappeared.
Cynthia?
Right, yeah.
I got another question.
What's up?
And then there were 6.
What's your, do you have a favorite song off the new record yet?
Yeah, it's called Favorite Song. For real.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve named your favorite song. It's awesome. There's my second favorite is probably No One Else to Blame.
Okay.
Those are my top 2 on the album.
I was wondering if like that album kind of sounds similar in style or like a certain era of other albums, or if it's like a little bit different.
It sounds like, and I can probably say this, I guess you've been listening to it a lot, trying to learn the songs now too. There was a point when, other than Steve, I probably had the most experience with the new record, but Bill's probably catching up now that you guys actually have to learn the songs.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it to me, it's kind of like a perfect cross between like Gift and Welcome and like Plead the Fifth, but with a little bit of the real melodic sensibility that Steve had on some of the later records, like Our Long Road Home, and where he got a little more advanced with his melodies and some of the things in the songs, but it's kind of got the raw, heavy energy of Plead the Fifth. That would be my assessment. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah. Well, what's different about it, besides, like there's what Tom said, but there's also this piece where Steve played all the instruments, and Steve has a different sensibility. I guess, just a different way of playing certain things, right? He has an interesting feel. His drumming is just out of this world. He's really good with what he does on drums, man. He's a drummer first, and I love the fact that he did a record. So there's some really cool stuff on drums. You can even hear some of that stuff on VIP. And then his bass playing is just, he puts things in different spots than I would put them, sometimes. So me learning it's just like, man, I would not quite have done that there, but it's fun to play and learn what he did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all the records were a lot of Steve, but this is even more Steve, and I can hear that in it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's by far the heaviest Taproot record that there's ever been.
I have heard Steve say a lot of the time that he wrote basically, I would just say like 97% of like the guitar riffs and stuff for whatever. But was he playing drums and then Jared was playing what he was playing, or was it a mix, or was it mostly Jared?
Jared recorded everything, or Nick, right, depending on who was in the band at the time. But depending on the song, someone's feeding back.
Sounds like someone's in their car.
Yeah. So depending on the song, it was either Steve. So some songs Steve just wrote first. Like I had all the parts, and we would just kind of learn them and just kind of make them our own. Other songs, depending on the song. We would come up with our own parts, but he'd have the skeleton, or we'd all come up with, like, one of the cool ones that we kind of all came up with our own thing together. Speaking of, is that Kevin Spacey song. One of the reasons why that song is so special to us is that actually was the only song that came out straight. Like it was weird. Just someone started playing something, we all kind of joined in, and we played the riff for a little while, and then we moved. Kind of naturally moved on to the next part, and the whole thing, parts-wise, all came out of one jam session. you know, we had to orchestrate it.
So you're
as far as just go ahead, Tom. You cut out.
I was just gonna.
You cut out.
I was just gonna make a smart. I was just gonna say. So you wrote it like an actual band. You sat in a room and jammed and wrote a song together.
Kind of. Well, I mean, again, there's like, someone comes up with a riff and says, "Hey, what can you do to this?" Like verbally, right? You have to stop and mess around. But this is
there's really not a lot of songs that honestly come out of thin air from just people. Like that's it. A lot of times somebody will bring in a riff or an idea and then people play it. But no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like what are you doing there? Oh, let me see that. Play that again. None of that. It was just literally this very organic. Just start from start to we'll play probably jammed it for like 10 to 15 minutes. This vibe that just kind of we kept going back and forth on the parts, and then the parts would evolve a little bit. Man, it was one of those really cool moments. And we're not that kind of band. We don't usually just jam and create in that same way. It's more like sit around, try to come up with a riff or something. But that one came out very organically and just for fun, and just came out really, really cool.
How did Steve come up?
Hey, we got to head out, but you guys have an awesome night.
Welcome, All
right, thank you guys, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys,
have a great,
thank you.
Great evening, all of you.
You know what?
Take care.
Thanks, guys, man. Yeah, so
taking in.
Yeah, definitely Toby. Steve, I mean, if you listen to Gift, you can tell Steve obviously was good with the harmonies and that kind of thing. But as far as what comes out on Welcome, that was definitely with the help of Toby, right? Toby is great with that stuff and just really helps Steve develop those sensibilities and those 3-part harmonies and all that kind of stuff. But speaking of that, just reminded me. Thank you for the question, Matt, and I'm glad we're all good now. But we should get Toby on here, man. We should get Toby on here if we can get him to stay up late.
I actually already talked to Toby, but you're kind of ruining my surprise. But
oh, sorry.
I talked Toby. I talked to Toby about being on this week or next week, and I think he's actually going to. So
that'd be cool.
So
that'd be very cool. I haven't spoken to him in forever.
Yeah, I was actually going to hit him up about it tonight, but I kind of want to have Steve on when Toby's on, and I didn't figure Steve would have time to pull it together. You know what I mean? He's always kind of got shit going on, so I feel like that might be something we'd have to plan a little bit more, having Toby and Steve both on so we can talk about everything.
Right.
But yeah, I love Toby, man. Me and Toby have been good friends I hired Toby, much like you guys. I was a big Alice in Chains fan. And when I managed Switched, when they got signed to Immortal, I hired Jason Beeler to produce their first record because I was a huge Saigon Kick fan at the time.
Yeah.
And Jason had just started producing records. He did the first Nonpoint record. So and it was kind of in the vibe of what we were doing. And I knew Switched had a lot of those kind of harmonies and so did Saigon Kick, so I figured he'd be a really good producer for them. And then I hired Toby to mix it. So Toby mixed Subject to Change, the first Switched record. So that's how I met Toby in the first place. Nice. Basically, when I started managing bands and getting them signed, I could engage all of my fanboy fantasies with major record label budgets and just hire all the guys I like to work on my records.
Hell yeah. You're like the Adam Sandler of.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And then there were 2.
All right. Oh, 4, technically, including us.
Yeah.
And the other 2 don't have much to say. Oh, look, here's Tomas.
I have a question.
All right. What do we got?
Go ahead. Go ahead. What you got?
Oh, I'm not sure if I missed something over the years, but is there a reason why the record that has Wherever I Stand isn't on Spotify?
Because they don't own it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was on an independent label who owns the rights and came out before digital, and it was never put on digital, and we're working.
And no one's bothered to put it on ever since. Yeah.
That's
okay.
It's a really good album, and I'm glad I have it on.
I feel like literally, you're the 70th person who's asked that since we started this live stream, and I usually just ignore it because it's like we've answered it so many times. But yes, the definitive.
I apologize.
But you did preface it with
no, it's not you. You're good. You're good. But
my apologies because I wanted to ask the same question.
How you doing, Thomas?
See, that's why we're answering. It's not everybody knows our Long Road Home is not on Spotify because a label owns the rights to it, not the band, and it's not on Spotify. And yeah, that's it. So it never got put on there because it was before Spotify existed. and nobody cared enough about it. So, again, we're hoping we can get the rights back to reissue it, and we reached out and have been in contact, and hopefully we can do that. We're trying to get the rights back to reissue it and do something with it. But the fact is, the band doesn't own the rights to it, and we have no control over it. But we're hoping we can get them, and we will.
Well, I heard the acoustic version, so that sounds pretty good too. So I'm good with that for right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we do have a whole record of like B-sides and demos from it that will come out eventually as part of. So the best of B-sides that came out. So it's all stuff from this. The band put this out 5 years ago, as like a limited edition box set. They only made like 500 of them. Jared put it together. So now we're re-releasing it all as individual 2-disc volumes. So we did the best of, and then we're going to release the stuff from the Gift era, the Welcome era, Blue Sky Research, each individual era in its own little 2-disc package like this. So it'll be, basically 6 or 7 of these. So instead of like one big box set. So they're going to
mastered / remastered.
Yeah, I actually saw something about that online, the vinyls or something like that.
Yeah, Best of B-sides is on vinyl, right?
Oh, Best of B-sides is on vinyl, yes.
Okay.
But none of these are just coming out basically in order over the next 2 years. Basically, we're going to put them out after. The first one's not going to come out till after Scissors, but the Gift one will probably come out in early 2024. Release 2 or 3 a year. I might do 2 at a time. I might do Gift and Welcome together, and then Blue Sky Research and Our Long Road Home, and then there's Phil actually found a bunch more stuff from Plead the Fifth and episodes, I think, right? And we'll probably there's probably a bunch of stuff from Scissors that we could do one, So
there is some cool stuff from Scissors. I've got the OG stuff, yeah.
I'm from Texas, by the way.
Where at?
Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas in the
house. I used to live in Carrollton.
I actually live in Farmers Branch.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate your wall decor, by the way, Tomas.
Oh, yeah. I got a...
Or should I say Spanish me?
Right.
That's just a fancier Latin way of saying my name.
I prefer Thomas, but by birth is Tomas.
Right.
Well, so is mine. But when people shorten it to Tom, where does the H go? So that's why I am
keep
TH.
it.
You should be. I'd say you could be THOMAS, but then you're just fucking Thomas, and then it's not. That's not exotic at all. There's nothing exotic about that. So you be Tomas, I'll be an H. We're good. Your internet's not so good though, Tomas.
Someone from Grapevine.
This is so fucking fun. Dude, this guy's funny. This guy's cracking me up all night. Jared Montague is hosting a competing live stream on LinkedIn right now. Anything is possible. Usually Jared's here. Jared's here in the comments talking some smack. I don't know where he is.
Phil, any dates for Dallas area?
I would look for them in 2024 at some point.
Talk for you, Tomas.
As opposed to, definitely not this year. I'm out of PTO.
Yeah,
but we're working. My brother's in Houston, so if I go to Texas, I'm definitely gonna be playing Houston. So you might have to make a drive, but we'll see. If Dallas have some friends in Dallas. We might, hit up Dallas as well.
Okay. The last time I saw y'all was over for Skillman Street Pub. Small bar. Y'all were on the our long road home.
The long road home that was.
Yeah, we were out with Atticane and Dear Enemy.
Yeah, you go Atticane. Yep, I remember them.
Atticane was from that area. They're the one that helped us book that show.
Yeah, I got to see a sound check. I took my best friend's nephews with me, their first concert, so they enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Jason, I can't think of his last name, was the bass player for that band. Him and I were hung out quite a bit on that tour.
I haven't heard anything else from them in a while, honestly.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I don't know either.
Since you keep talking about Limp Bizkit, there you go. There it is. A fucking $3 bill y'all platinum record. The first one they ever got. That's how I fucking roll. Want to talk about Limp Bizkit? I'm
And,
also in the counterfeit video. I bet you guys didn't know that. I bet you didn't fucking know that I'm in the counterfeit video. Yeah.
Did not.
Huh. Really? You want to see it?
Sure.
All right. Well, talk amongst yourselves while I cue
Can't
it
say
up.
no to that.
Counterfeit video.
It's been a while since I've seen this. I don't remember it.
Psycho female blowing up the phone line. You need to tighten that screw. It's been loose for a long time.
Been down with some bad luck.
And yes, it. Yeah, I've been hit with some bad luck.
The buck.
How dope was Limp Bizkit back then?
Dude,
can we just say
awesome.
that? How fucking dope was Limp Bizkit like on that first fucking record? Like how fucking just awesome. Like so awesome.
Dude, Sour, that guitar thing he does on Sour, dude, it's just such a cool
Borland
crazy
is
riff.
a fucking first off, Wes Borland is a fucking beast in all senses of the fucking word, man. I love Wes Borland. I always have.
His stage presence is out of this world, dude. He runs around on stage playing these parts without issue, dude. Just sounding so good.
I know, with like crazy get-ups on now. All right, you guys ready for this shit?
Yep, let's see it.
Just one of them bands that, paved the way.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
We figured you out.
Okay. Do we have volume? We do not have volume. Why is there no volume? Hang on. We'll do this again. I clicked thing for audio.
Oh, Tom, we're getting copyrighted.
Right.
Copyright infringement. We all know the song, man. Just show you.
Hey, it's not the same.
Just rap during the parts.
You're freaking me out. You wear a mask. Go kind of, but you're freaking me out. You wear a mask. You're freaking me out. You wear a mask. Go kind of, but you're freaking me out. You wear a mask.
This video was what in 90.
So all of these kids in this video were my friends. So they hit me up and said, "Hey, we need a bunch of extras." So I ran a bunch of street teams back in the day. That's what I did, right? These kids were my street team, and they hit me up and said, "Hey, we need a bunch of kids for the video. Can you find us some?" So all these extras, for the record, were kids from my fucking street team back in the day, from my Limp Bizkit street team. I ran the Limp Bizkit street team.
Nice. That's crazy.
So
Tom's got some history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these guys, I know, but they were cool kids though. Like all these guys.
I think the only street team I've ever been with was with Stained when they came out with their dysfunctional fan club.
Oh, yeah.
That was me too. I ran the Stained street team. I ran the whole flip record. Started with Limp Bizkit and then went on to Stained and Cold and Dope and
just scrub to the most watched part of the. Just scrub to the most watched part of the video, Tom. And we'll find you, I'm sure.
Man. Relax. See, without hearing it, I don't know where the fuck it is. So, but it's coming up. John Otto going at it, going a little nuts. Man, wake up and smell the concrete. There's Sendog from Cypress Hill. Re-identity crisis right here. Watch for Tom. Watch for baby Tom. Look at that. Look at baby Tom.
Right there.
Oh, look at
Tom.
you.
Wait,
Wow.
wait for it.
I thought that was you.
Wait for it. Right there. Look at baby Tom.
Oh, there.
Oh.
That's me when I was 19 years old in my little Adidas corn sweatshirt with no dreadlocks, just
shit.
long, curly fucking hair.
Dude, you look like Jonathan Davis there.
Yeah.
Right.
I did. I was young and skinny.
That's funny, man. Yeah, no idea.
There you go. Look at that. There you go. There's
wow. Awesome, dude. Yeah.
Look at how hot I was.
Is that
man.
Shava
Like I was
behind
like
you?
corn. Still the same look. You can still see the same terrible. I still have the same bad tattoos. Look, there they are, right there. That's all they are.
Nice.
Except this. So this used to be a 9 Inch Nails sin tattoo right here. You can still see that right there on my wrist. Right here. That is the 9 Inch Nails sin logo, which got later covered up. God damn, I looked like Chris Cornell, though. Holy shit. That was a fucking hunk of man flesh. And this was the guys who worked for Fear Factory. Let's see. Look at this guy that had to black out his Lakers. Actually, look, there's black tape
over
my Adidas logo too. I forgot about that. But yeah, and this is a corn patch on my sleeve. So here we go. Watch the mosh pit. Here we go. We're gonna mosh in the basement. In the basement. It's getting harder. Sick.
Yeah.
You tell. Bad headbanging. Have you ever moshed in a basement with Cypress Hill? I bet you haven't.
Have not. Yeah, your audio is going there, Tom.
You tell. Fake. So, what all the hubbub was about. I'm actually in a lot of videos, dude. I'm in the Seven Dust Angels Sun video. I'm in the Stained Mud Shovel video. I'm in that video. I was
Seven
like a
Dust
professional
on a really
extra.
good show.
What's that?
I don't know.
Seven Dust on a really good show.
What was that? Yeah, Seven Dust is awesome, man.
I'm getting older, and I still end up in the mosh pit. Like after a few songs, I'm like, I can't keep it in. I'm going in the mosh pit.
I know. I wish Philly would have played the bass line live to the video. That'd be dope.
I was trying, but it just sounds like clickety click click.
No, so does Sam Rivers. It's okay.
It's a good bass line, though. I love that bass line for that song.
Right. It was not. It was filmed in some random house.
Dude, Darren's got jokes.
He's got mad jokes, dude. Hey, don't rule it out. We might. We might.
That's called the Wherever I Stand video.
Right. Sorry, I'm missing out on all the comments. I had to go back and okay. Fred Durst is about to drop a voicemail for playing this. God, I hope so. Yeah. But yeah, that was the first Limp Bizkit video ever, by the way. That's it. New metal history right here. And God damn it, I was a part of it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that video, to be honest.
I don't think I saw that one either.
I don't think I saw it either.
I had the CD. I didn't know that it was a music video.
First video barely got played. Yeah. Now you know. And knowing is half the fucking battle. Yo, Joe. And Darren is what our Hispanic friends refer to as en fuego.
Yes.
Anyway, so anybody got any more questions anymore? Hey, how about Cynthia's dog? You got any questions? You want to know why our long road home is not? You want to know why our long road home isn't on Spotify
or iTunes?
Yeah, or any digital music services whatsoever. So, well, I think that might wrap
because right now they're putting a lot of stuff on Apple Music, and Apple Music doesn't pay you guys, do they?
I mean, nobody pays anybody. I mean, I don't know. I don't even think
it's like 2 cents per stream or something like that.
It's like 0.0087 cents a stream. Actually, it's like a fraction of a penny. But yeah. I mean, if you get
that's why we buy CDs at the shows and we buy records at the shows.
Yes, exactly, and thank you for that. That's why we appreciate all the support and everybody picking up the pre-orders and buying the physical and the T-shirts and the merchandise and everything else, so we can keep
gas money. Food money,
tickets to the shows, and I'm still staring at Fred Durst. This is my other screen over here. It's still there. I just have fucking Fred Durst staring at me like, yeah, fuck you, Steve Richards. You don't bite the hand business. I'll get you, Toto, and your manager too. Yeah.
Well, here, I don't know if you saw the end of it.
And on that note, I think that might be it for Taproot Taco Tuesday.
Actually, though, speaking of bands to tour with, that's the band to tour with. That's the band Taproot should tour with. Limp Bizkit right there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think Skindred should come over from the UK, and y'all should tour with them.
Oh, Skindred's great. Skindred is great.
Yeah, they're skeptical about coming over here. I think they've been here twice since.
No offense. I love them. They don't really draw here. They don't really mean anything here. They really
no. When they were here
Unfortunately.
before, a couple, probably about 5 or 6 years back, somebody broke into their trailer and stole all of their equipment, all their
That's
guitars,
right.
everything. That happened in Texas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
Wasn't
they've
you,
only been
Tomas?
back for like
Tomas? That wasn't
No.
you.
It's probably San Antonio.
I think
Probably
it
El
was.
Paso.
One of them.
Man, I had me and switched at and the one that borders on Mexico on the south.
What's the
Come
question? You cut out.
What was the question?
What's
Juarez?
the borders on Mexico? What is the
well,
Texas city on the
Brownsville?
yeah, but what's the Texas city that borders Juarez? Is it San? What was that?
El Paso.
That's El Paso.
El Paso.
Yeah.
El Paso, Juarez.
It is El Paso. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. Right. So when Switch was on tour with, who the fuck were we on tour with? I want to say Fear Factory, but we had this brilliant idea. We'd all been to Tijuana lots of times, and we were in El Paso.
That's already a brilliant idea.
Yeah, we were like, well, let's go to Mexico. I mean, we figured Juarez would be just like Tijuana, right? Hookers and strip clubs and
shows.
tamales. You know, no drug cartels, no heads on poles or anything. But yeah, no, we literally crossed the border, got into a cab. We got ushered into one cab. Some of the other, I literally thought I might never see them again. And it was the scariest fucking, literally one of the scariest experiences of my, and I didn't know anything about Juarez. To me, I've been to Tijuana, so I thought all of Mexico was just like Disneyland, basically, you know? I knew nothing of Juarez. I knew nothing of drug cartels at the time. This was when I was like 23 years old. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I just didn't know. And yeah, ask Switched about it. Ask Sean May. I think he was still been in the band at the time. I don't recall. I wish he was here.
I grew up in Laredo, Texas, so I lived in a border town growing up. So it was pretty bad on both sides.
It was pretty fucking, yeah, it was gnarly, dude. I really, again, my only experience with Mexico, I lived in LA, and I'd go to TJ all the time and go to Revolution Street, and you know. I mean, if you've been to TJ, you know. And yeah, I just thought, hey, let's go to Mexico. Whew.
I've never been to TJ. I've always gone through Nuevo Laredo because it's right there where Laredo's at in the border.
But have you been to Juarez?
No.
See, you're smart. You're smarter than me. You are smarter than me. Because I have been to Juarez, but I can also say that I've been to Juarez and I lived to tell the tale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone got a better story than that, or should we just wrap up after that? I mean, it's going to be hard to follow.
No, I got no Juarez stories.
No, I mean, I got some stories, but I mean, there's some pretty bad stories, but let's not get deep into that.
Yeah, we're wrapping up, man. I got to get to bed. I got work in the morning.
Yeah.
So are you all playing the rave?
Nope.
Not on this one.
Okay.
Nope. We're playing Route 20 in Racine.
Oh.
Yep. So anyway, all the dates are on the Taproot Facebook in the pinned post, all the dates, all the ticket links, anything you need. Go check out.
If we're playing
VIP.
the rave, I could talk my husband into going because he's never been there. But
well, so what? We're playing 30 minutes from the rave. Go somewhere else. That's a better venue.
I can tell him you're playing the rave.
Yeah, just tell him we're playing at the fucking rave, and then get there and go, oh shit, I realized it got moved. It's not at the rave. It's at Route 20.
I meant exactly. Any go backs? Any last questions? Anybody?
Real quick, and then I'll let y'all go real quick. When do you think we can get a new single?
Probably the next month-ish, right, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, there's already a brand new single. It just came out a month ago. We're not even sick of it.
I'm just ready. I'm just ready for the next one.
Hasn't even gotten started yet, man. It's full.
We're just getting warmed up.
I talked to her yesterday, and she confirmed it with me. What was that? Yep. No, the single's about to be on Full Metal Jackie, and I think Hard Drive, and Full Metal Jackie did an interview with Steve a couple weeks ago. She called me yesterday to get some more info. I guess it's going to air next week. She's going to let me know when it airs, so we can let everybody know. We're just kind of getting warmed up with VIP, but yeah, there's going to be another single probably in June sometime, and then another one before the record comes out. But again, go check out VIP, man. We need lots of plays on VIP, and and help us pump that up. It's on Spotify.
I will share as much as I can.
In my play, it's on all the digital outlets. Go check it out. Best of the site. Please share the shit out of it. Thank you guys. I'm glad you. What was that, honey?
I said, can I make a suggestion before you guys go? Offer like when people, whoever's doing your merch sale, offer like a meet and greet on your tour bus for like $50 a person.
We have VIP upgrade. We have VIP upgrades for every show. You can go buy them at taprootvip.com. There is a VIP meet and greet. You get merchandise. You get a hang with the band photo op before the show. I mean, we have that. We're not going to be touring in a bus, but we have a
and we won't be touring in a bus. More importantly,
we're not going to be on a bus. We have no desire to be on a bus.
I wasn't for sure about that, but when you guys do get up to the bus, I know people.
Well, it has nothing to do with being up to a bus. We don't want to be on a bus. We could be on a bus. We don't want to be. There's no point in being on a bus. We're doing 2 or 3 day shows. We're taking a couple small vehicles.
Talking about next year, sweetheart.
We will never, ever, ever probably tour on a bus. But okay,
that's true.
Suggestion.
Okay.
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say, like, seriously, thanks, Phil, for like continuing the Taproot stuff and still rocking out, man. Like, I've waited years for things to maybe like that spark to go, and then I started catching wind that like maybe something was going to happen. Then the B-sides came out, and like been waiting a long time. So like, thank you.
Yeah, man. I tried to get out. I tried to quit, and they didn't let me. They brought me back in.
And the guy from the Limp Bizkit video sucking you back in.
And the cereal would be Lucky Charms probably, because you guys get the mix of the crunchy with the marshmallows, dude. It would be a good time.
Hey, Kathy, I hope to come back to Tampa Bay. It's been a while, man. I miss Tampa. I love everybody down there. Hopefully, if Taproot gets down there, I will be down there with them. Devin Neese, thank you, man. It's been a fun. I look forward to this every week too, man. Thank you guys for jumping on. And
who knows what's going to come out on these things, man.
And yeah, Cynthia, sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. Again, we're just, the buses are like $3,000 a fucking day now. Like, it's just the logistics of touring have changed so much. It's like,
not realize how much they cost. I was just trying to help y'all out to get.
Oh no, I appreciate it. What were you saying though? Continue. I wanted you to continue. I was just saying we're probably not going to be on a bus ever just because we don't want to be.
Well, I know that. I know that other bands have did like a GoFundMe or like whatever to raise money so they could get a bus, and then they offered different packages like skateboard decks, golden tickets for life if you donate like $500 or $1,000.
For the record, I made those skateboard decks.
So you know which band I'm talking about?
Non-point. Absolutely. I was literally designing the deck last night for it with Elias.
Well, guess what? I have a non-point deck autographed by everybody in my bedroom.
Nice.
Is it the Emerald? Is it the Emerald Cities one? Because I made that too.
No, it's the one with from I Said It.
Oh, okay. So they must have had some old ones.
Yeah. But
That's
they also
awesome.
did what they offered at the show. They didn't do it online beforehand, but what they offered at the show at the merch table was, $50 and you get a tour of the tour bus. And they only did like a certain amount of those.
That's a great idea. But yeah, like you said, with us doing weekends and not being out, like buses are like, if you're going to be out for a while, it's nice to have a bus.
Right.
But yeah, we're not looking to. I can't be out for any long, like Fridays and Saturdays. That's what we're doing.
That's it.
Right.
The way we're touring it doesn't make
it's not
sense.
feasible.
We're just kind of. I mean, when we get farther with Lions, we'll rent a van.
And I've got kids. I don't want to be gone for my kids.
Sorry, you're cutting out, honey. Anyway.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I got dogs. I don't want to be gone from the dog.
Yeah, I have 4 dogs and I have 2 different plans. So.
All right. The PTO anti-bus tour.
Time. You guys have a great day at work, and we'll see you out on the road.
Thanks, Cynthia.
Yeah, thanks, Cynthia.
We'll see you in Savannah
All
at some point, maybe.
Thank you guys all for joining us.
Yeah,
Mark,
thanks.
TJ,
Cheers,
Thanks, everyone.
Tomas, everybody else that joined us.
Good
before.
times.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your names.
Stay
Matthew.
safe. Don't go into Mexico.
I will, Matt. Stay out of Juarez. Ciudad Juarez.
Yeah, Mexico is beautiful, but yeah, certain cities you do not want to go to.
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with Mexico. I shan't return to Juarez.
Yes, good call.
Juarez is like the Mexico you see. Juarez is the Mexico you see in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Right.
That's like the Mexico you don't want to go to. Like that.
Did you ever see the show Queen of the South?
I have not.
You watch that, and then you'll be like, okay, that's Mexico. Watch it, Netflix.
I'm gonna be like, I lived that. I'm the Queen of the South.
It's a pretty good show. I recommend it for everybody.
I'm the Queen of the South.
We know what my thing's gonna be next week. I'm the Queen of the South.
Speaking of that, is this gonna be like every week, every other week?
It's been every week for like 2 months.
Every Tuesday,
9:30 Eastern.
Tom, you gotta stop being short with people for not knowing all the things about us. We're neck deep in.
I'm not being short. I'm concise. I'm
concise.
I barely saw this today or today. I follow Taproot, and I'm like, wait, what? This just popped up. I was like, wait, I'm gonna see if I can get in, and well, here I am.
It worked out.
Yeah,
awesome, Thomas.
Thanks,
Nice to
guys.
talk to you, man.
Oh, rock.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Have a good one.
Take care, guys.
Night.
You too.
Jesus. Whew, it's hot as fuck in here.
So it still says live. It still says live.
Oh, yeah, it is still live. It's hot as. I'm just telling them it's hot. Yeah, I kicked everybody out so we can wrap up and say goodnight.
I thought we just wrapped up. We're doing good night again.
We got to wrap up now. We're the hosts, man.
Fair enough.
Good night, everybody. We love you. We'll see you next Tuesday.
I hope you appreciated this fan appreciation. I think we did a pretty good job.
Same tap time, same tap channel.
So you know my reference, by the way, speaking of bylines or whatever we call this thing.
The greatest Faith No More record ever made.
Hell yeah. I know you know. That's why I pointed out.
And I will be the Queen of the South next week. Now.